Wendy, the coordinator of the Ladies in Black here in Kenora. It gives me great pleasure to have a lady in black sit beside me, my mother, Vera Schuldeis. She has been with me right from the time the group started on July 22nd, 2008. What do you think of the group, Mom?
Oh, I like it very much. And it's very nice the way that we donate to the needy and everyone else. And I knit the slippers out of Fintex yarn, and we put them in our craft sales and we donate them.
Now this pattern here is the same pattern that your mom, my grandma, did, correct?
Right.
So that is something to be pretty proud of, that it's coming down from generation to generation, right?
Right.
Maybe you could do a stitch, a few stitches?
Sure.
Pull that up a little bit. Now these slippers are always on our for sales table, right?
Right.
Anything that is on our sales table at any time is bought out of the member's pocket, and it's from the sales tables that we survive.
Right.
Is there anything that makes the Warmth and Wellness very special to you?
Yes, by helping the needy and being with the other ladies and finding more lots of friends when we're out, and working with my daughter. It's a big pride and joy for me.
Well, I certainly want to thank you. You take minutes for me, so if I forget to write things down, I can always call you, and you can always boost my handwriting up a little bit.
Right.
So this here, how long does it take you to do a pair of slippers like this?
Oh, I'd say about 5 days if I get right at it.
Really, eh? And you have to be in the bright light to work in something like this, right? I'm just going to hold this up so the cameras can pick this up a little bit. It's, you carry your wool back and forth to make it nice and spongy, right? They say that these Fintex slippers are supposed to last longer than the rest. I don't know if that's true or not. I couldn't tell a person. But I know that I've still got slippers from when Grandma made me.
Yes, and I've had them for 2 or 3 years, one pair before they wore out.
Right. So at the sales in the summertime, I know you will be beside me with your slippers and all the bright summer colors.
Yes, I will be.
I want to thank you so much for your time and your effort, and we'll be having some cake in a little while.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Love you. And we will be back. Well, welcome back. I am very happy to be sitting here alongside a good friend, a true friend, a fellow lady in black, Miss Zelda Rumstead. She is the treasurer of the Ladies in Black, and she is also the verified chauffeur. She chauffeurs us around very safely to the sales and back and forth to the meetings. We certainly do appreciate it, and I say thank you very much. And she does beautiful crocheted slippers and beautiful baby blankets. She also looks after the sewing, because we have a lot of material donated to us, and thanks to Zelda's expertise, we are learning how to quilt. Zelda, what do you have in your hand there?
I have a baby quilt that I pieced together. I pick out the color, the patterns, piece it together, and then I hand quilt it after.
Now, hand quilting, like you just sew around every
if there's a pattern that I can sew around, I'll sew around it. Or I'll just do the square or put a pattern into the quilt.
Okay. So after you do that, after you sew around each square, is that right to go on my bed?
Or baby's bed.
I got no baby, sorry. So there's how many layers to this?
There's the top part, which is the topper of the quilt. Then there's the batting, and then there's the backing.
Wow.
You have 3 layers to put together before you can sew it together.
Wow. I've been very fortunate. I have seen your beautiful quilts that you have made in the years. You have very generously opened up your house and let us members come to your home and guide a few of us through sewing steps that, again, we are very grateful for. How long does it take you to do a quilt that size?
Well, within a week I can have this done.
Wow.
Sewing by hand. And if I'm just doing straight sewing, something fast, then I can have the whole thing done within a week.
Wow. Holy moly.
Because it doesn't take long to piece the top part together.
What do you find about the ladies in black that intrigues you the most?
Well, just getting together with everybody, doing things for the needy, and producing different quilts and knitting with, not knitting, I don't knit, but I do crochet.
Oh,
I do my hats and slippers and whatever else I can do.
and your little baby booties.
And the baby booties, yeah.
She also makes the scrubbies
Oh, yes.
that when we walk into the farmer's market or into the sales, people is coming at us. We want the scrubbies. We want the scrubbies. She makes them a wide variety of different colors.
Yep.
And there again, you have taught us how to make them, or all of us have been able to watch you make them,
Watch me, yeah.
which completely baffled me because at first it looked like a big row of netting.
Yeah, the tulle,
Right.
they call that. And you have to cut it in 2-inch strips. And then I tie it together, and then I roll it up, and then I do my scrubbies out of that.
Well, I know they are very much liked. I've got them at my house. They're not only good for scrubbing pots and pans, but they make a fantastic needle sharpener. You can put your darning needles in them. So there's an article that is multiple use.
Yeah.
I know the hours that you spend helping the rest of us and making sure that deliveries to the donations are made. I greatly appreciate that. And for that, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I know it is greatly appreciated when one of us or both of us, I've been very lucky, we've walked through the hospital right here in Kenora together.
Yeah.
She took the wheelchair away from me. She thought I didn't have a driver's license. So we had a heyday. It's fun, and I think that's what is something very special about the ladies in black. We stand together, we will sit together, and we will walk together. And with that, I say thank you,
You're welcome.
and we will be back. Hi, welcome back. I am sitting here with Ruth Lange. It gives me great pleasure to have you sit beside me. We have a lot of fun at every meeting, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Your sister Kathy is with us. It's quite amusing to see both you sitting at the same table knitting. It is nice, though,
Yeah, it is.
to have a family affair going on.
It's the only thing we don't fight over.
Well, now the ladies in black, we're known as referees. Ruth, that heavy Afghan that you made, and I helped you put it together, that was made out of heavy, chunky wool, was it not?
Yes, it was.
And what is the difference between the heavy, chunky wool and this kind of wool?
The heavy wool gets bigger real quick in a crochet hook.
Right.
This here takes a little longer.
Okay.
So sometimes you use a crochet hook to gauge how wide you want your squares.
Okay.
A 5 will do 12 inches with 12 rows. The one that I have does a little more. But if I used kind of like this, I could probably have gotten, with the hook that I use, 12 out of it, because this is much lighter.
Right.
Where the heavier wool, it's bigger.
Do you find that heavy wool to be hard to work with, like heavy on your hands, like her coarse?
No.
Okay. This here, like with this square, I've been lucky. I have seen her squares, beautiful squares, beautiful blankets. This seems to be, how would you say it, flatter or skinnier, thinner than the
Thinner,
other squares?
yes.
But this will give the same warmth.
As the thicker ones, yes.
What kind of square are you doing there?
Well, you call them 12 by 12, but since my squares are always so much bigger, I'm doing a 12 row square, just to find out how actually big it actually is.
Okay.
And hopefully I can make it into getting 2 rows of them and maybe having smaller ones going down the center to have the length and the width where I need for a lap blanket.
That would be nice, you know, because you could use the same ideas what Zelda uses to put the cloth together in
Yes.
geometric shapes,
Yes.
as you're doing with the squares. Can you hold that up, Ruth, and let the folks see how pretty that is? And now, how long did it take you to do that?
I've done all of this here today, and it's only been a couple hours.
Wow, holy moly!
And I've got 2 more rows, and then I've got my 12 rows.
What do you find so special about the ladies in black, Ruth?
For me, and like my son says, it gets me out of the house. Otherwise, I'd just be sitting at home. But I like the idea of helping those who don't have. I know when I needed help, when my children were younger, there was nothing here for that help.
Right.
And this way, I know that my little bit helps. I know when my father was in Pinegrass, no one was there with a lap blanket to help keep his legs warm when he was around. And so it's kind of nice that we go into these places and hand these things so that people can benefit.
Yeah, it warms.
It does.
Now, our aching bones, they sort of stop aching every time you see somebody with a smile on their face, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Oh, yeah.
With that, I want to say thank you, and it's always a pleasure to have you.
It's fun making you giggle.
And with that, we will be back. Thank you. Hi, welcome back. I am sitting here now with Kathy Young. She has been alongside of me now in the Ladies in Black for 8 years. She has been in the schools helping me teach the younger ones how to knit, and we had quite of a heroic episode in the schools, but we made it okay. We survived. And Kathy does a lot of the baby cover-ups, we call them. And Kathy, could you explain a little bit what they are, please?
They're granny squares that I put together, put a fringe on them so that you can wrap your baby up.
I mean, this is very friendly and very bright to have over a baby, right?
Yes,
It keeps the wind and everything off the baby.
yes.
And realistically, you could even really roll that up and put it into your purse too, couldn't you?
You could. Because it's not that large, but it's large enough to wrap up baby.
Right, right. How long have you been crocheting, Gabby?
I don't know. Forever.
That's a long time. Kathy, what makes you keep coming back to the ladies in black besides my beautiful voice?
The friendship and getting to know just how well we are doing with what we are doing. Making blankets and lap blankets, hats, mitts, scarves, to help those that need it, to keep them warm during the winter.
You come with me too when we go into the fellowship center in August to serve the meals.
Yes.
We have that's quite some fun down there too. So I think over the years, I know I have gained a trustworthy friend in you. I certainly do appreciate your time. And I want to thank you, Kathy, for all the efforts you always show and put forth.
Thank you.
And we will be back. Hi, welcome back. I have Calissa McMillan sitting here with me, and she's in grade 4 here at Evergreen School. And this young lady is going to take up the craft of knitting. She is going to learn for the very first time. And we're going to do that quite easily, Calissa. And I'm going to do the first. I've got your stitches cast onto your needle, okay? So you're right-handed? Yeah, okay. You take your bare needle, you put it in your stitch, you make an X. You take your yarn, you wrap it around, and you poke it through, and you pull it off. You put your needle in, you wrap your thread around, poke it through, and pull it off. Okay? So you always remember, you got to make an X. Okay? Okay? And this will end up being a square. Okay? And you can do a lot with squares. You can make scarves, you can make blocks, make slippers. Anything is possible. Cali, how come why did you want to learn how to knit?
Because there are so many things you can do with it. There are a lot of people that don't know how to knit, and I want to learn how to.
Okay. Your Nana knits and sews and that kind of crafty work too, don't she? Do you work with her?
I help her. I do sewing with her. I like to do a lot of crafts with her. We do a lot of outside crafts. We do a lot of sewing. Yeah.
It's nice to have a handmade gift, isn't it, that you can give to somebody. It's made from the heart. Mm-hmm. Well, we better get back here to darn it. So we make our X, we wrap it around, poke it through, pull it off. Make your X, wrap it around, poke it through, and pull it off. Would you like to try?
Okay.
Make your X.
Make my
Yeah.
X.
Wrap your thread. Nope. Wrap your thread around. Yeah.
Around.
then you pull your stitch right off. Make your X. Take your thread, wrap it around, poke it through, poke this one through. Atta girl. Oop, whoop. Our X is what? Just here for a second, sweetie. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna make our X, right? Which is, there's your secret right there. You've got to have an X or a TP, okay? A lot of the wee youth, they like calling it an X so they can practice their alphabets all at the same time. Okay? All right, so wrap it around, poke it through, and pull it off. Make your X. What do I do?
Wrap it around, poke it through, take it off.
There you go. Now, can you try again? It's very important that the young people learn these crafts. And it's up to us people to make sure the wee youth knows them. In our day and age, with gifts costing so much money, this will help each and every one. Pull it up. Yeah.
Trying to pull it.
That's it. Good girl. Awesome. Okay. You gotta make another one. You got a whole lot to do. Yeah. Now poke it through.
The thing will come off.
You have your yarn? Okay. That's okay. Whatever there we go. We've got to wrap our yarn. It's like tying her shoes. Okay? All right.
Wrap it around,
Wrap it around.
poke it through,
Poke it through.
take it off.
And take it off. Make our X
Make our X, wrap it around,
and wrap it around. Whoop.
pull it, poke it through,
Yes.
and take it off.
Good girl. As time goes by, this gets a lot easier. You'll have to do this. You'll phone me up and you'll be telling me. You make your X, you wrap it around, you poke it through it, and you take it off. You'll be saying that in your sleep tonight.
Make an X,
Or wrap it around.
poke it through,
And,
and take it off.
good girl.
Make an X,
Yeah,
wrap it around, and poke it through, and take it off.
good girl. You want to try again? Okay, I got your X made for you.
Oh, that's right. I have better fingers.
There we
Way around.
There we go. Anyone who don't know how to knit, or us people, us folks in black, we are very willing to take the time to sit down with anyone and help them in any way we can. Good girl. Oops. Your X went backwards. That's okay. That's okay. You're doing good. So, we'll wrap it around. Poke it through.
Take it off.
Make your
Make an
X.
X, wrap it around, poke it through, and take it off. Make your X, wrap it around,
These are slippery.
and X, wrap it around, poke it through, and take it off. Make your X, wrap it around, and poke it through,
Okay.
and take it off.
Now you gotta try again.
Okay.
Practice, practice, practice. That's it. That's a girl.
Can't exactly get this one off.
Oh, okay. Okay, we just go like so. There. Whoop. Oh, okay. This is so, I learned too. I used to knit. Somebody sat beside me, I'd drop stitches and the lady would pick them up. My grandmother sat beside me. I made the most holiest blanket that anybody could ever imagine. You don't give up. You just keep on trying. Good girl. So, we make our X,
Wrap it around,
and you wrap it around.
and then you poke it through,
And
and then take it off.
take it off.
Make your X, wrap it around, poke it through, and take it off.
And take it off.
Make your X, wrap it around, poke it through, and take it off.
Okay. There you go. I'm going to let you try again. Are you having fun?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to come back and see me again, Cali?
Yeah.
That's your favorite color too, isn't it? Purple is your favorite color, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're going to remember is you make your X
Make your X, you wrap it around, and poke it through.
and pull it off.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay. So for now, I'm going to let Cali go and practice her knitting. Did you have fun?
Mhm.
We don't want you to get tired. We don't want your hands to get tired. So you're going to come back in and see me.
Mhm.
And by that time, you're going to have a nice square knitted.
Mhm.
And we're going to show you how to make maybe a little purse or maybe a little doll slipper. How's that sound?
Good.
Thank you so much, Cali. It's
welcome.
always a pleasure having you beside me.
You're welcome.
Till we meet again. Thank you.